You are not losing intelligence. Your brain may simply be trying to think while carrying too much at once. And one hidden habit can make even an easy task feel strangely difficult. Open your laptop to finish one assignment. A message appears. You answer it. A video is still playing. You remember an email. Then you return to the page and read the same line 3 times. You understand the words, but they refuse to stay in your head. That is often not a lack of ability. It is a lack of mental space. Your working memory, the system that holds information while you use it, is limited. When that space is filled with deadlines, notifications, unfinished conversations, and random thoughts, your thinking slows down. Imagine trying to solve a math problem while 4 people whisper different things in your ear. The problem did not become harder. The room became louder, but mental overload is only the first layer. The second is more uncomfortable. Your brain may have become too used to constant switching. You watch a short video, check a text, change the song, open another tab, then go back to work. Each switch feels harmless, but every time you return, your attention has to rebuild the task. That is why 10 minutes of studying can feel longer than an hour of scrolling. Scrolling keeps changing. Studying asks you to stay. And when your brain expects something new every few seconds, silence can start to feel like effort. Now, here is the part most people blame on intelligence: slow recall. You know a word, but cannot find it. You walk into a room and forget why. Someone asks a simple question, and your mind goes blank until 5 minutes later, when the answer suddenly appears. That delay can feel embarrassing, but it does not mean the knowledge was gone. Sometimes access is slow because attention is tired. Poor sleep can make memory, focus, and reaction speed weaker. You may be awake enough to function, but not rested enough to think clearly. It is like using a phone at 5% battery. The apps are still there. Everything just takes longer. Stress creates a different kind of slowdown. When your mind is waiting for bad news, replaying a conversation, or worrying about tomorrow, part of your attention stays on guard. You may look calm while your brain is quietly scanning for problems. Then a small task feels heavy because you are not giving it your full mind. You are solving the task and carrying the fear at the same time. But there is another reason smart people can feel slow, and it is easy to miss. They often demand an answer too quickly. You read a question and expect the solution immediately. If nothing appears in 5 seconds, you panic. Then you start thinking, why can't I get this? Now the task has doubled. You're trying to solve the problem while also judging yourself for not solving it faster. That judgment uses the same attention you need for the answer. A slow movement becomes a spiral. This is why forcing your brain to hurry can make it slower. The better move is often simple. Put the phone out of reach. Write the problem on paper. Break it into one question. Say the idea in your own words. These steps are not magic, but they remove noise. They give your mind one clear object to hold. And that leads to the strongest point. Speed is not the same as intelligence. Fast answers can come from practice, confidence, or seeing the same pattern before. Slow answers can come from caution, deeper thinking, or checking more possibilities. A person who pauses may not be behind. They may be processing more. The real problem begins when you treat every pause as proof that something is wrong with you. Then you stop trusting your own mind, rush your thoughts, and make thinking harder than it needs to be. So the next time your brain feels slow, do not ask, am I becoming less intelligent? Ask, what is taking up the space my intelligence needs? Maybe it is noise. Maybe it is stress. Maybe it is poor sleep. Maybe it is the pressure to be instantly brilliant. Your mind may not need more power, it may need less interference. What could you understand if your brain finally had room to think? Subscribe for more psychology that makes your mind easier to understand.